Evan, thanks for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Evan, you've built a massive network of recruiters across the United States and an innovative platform that services national name brand clients. Let's start with a brief overview of the business.
So Recruiter.com is an AI hiring platform comprised of over now 27,000 small and independent recruiters, all aligned under a phenomenal AI platform for job searching, job matching, video technology to really help businesses of all sizes recruit talent faster.
Evan, what's the essential value proposition? Why should investors take an interest in Recruiter.com today?
It's a phenomenal question, and I've sat on your side of the table and the table of the investor side for many years. And when I look at a company and I look at the investment value, I really look at a few different elements: timing, what value are they delivering to the enterprise? Is it going to be a long-term oriented value that they're delivering? Here we are, in COVID-19. We're talking about the reopening. And when you think about what's a reopening stock, what's a stock that's going to be doing great in the reopening? Obviously, it's the cruise lines coming back and the airlines that are coming back. But guess what? Getting people back to work is going to become front and center conversation. First, it's the vaccine, and then it's going to be getting people back to work. And who better to help that process than a company called Recruiter.com? We are all about recruiting talent faster, from call center operators to truck drivers to the needle in a haystack IT to mortgage brokers, nurses, etc. You turn to recruiters.com to help recruit talent faster.
How big is the market opportunity, Evan? And what sets you apart from the competition?
Great question. The actual size of the recruiting and staffing industry is a $120 billion market. This isn't a new market. This is a very mature market. And what we're doing is we're disrupting this market by aggregating together these thousands and thousands of smaller independent recruiters and giving them superpowers, literally superpowers through our platform to help them recruit talent faster for our enterprise clients. Our on-demand recruiters, which is basically capitalizing on the gig economy and turning recruiters, the best recruiters, into gig workers, is growing incredibly well. We're seeing the uptake there really being even faster than we had predicted in terms of the clients that we're delivering and the success that we're delivering for those clients. We're seeing our video product that just got launched last month, again, already being tried by over 50 different enterprises across different sizes, and they're using it solely to place their candidates using our video technology. So we're really seeing just an incredible impact that we're able to have.
You've been on CNBC every month since debuting your Recruiter Index earlier this year. What can you tell us about the index? And are you getting any new business from the exposure?
Yeah, so it's great. Look, it's been, I think whenever there's a crisis, there are three choices, freeze, fight, or fight. And we are absolutely in the fighting mode. And the first thing that we did was we said, gee, we have this army of recruiters out there. Let's actually interview them, survey them, and see what we can gain in terms of a sentiment of a leading indicator to the overall marketplace. We did that back in April. I published the results. I called up friends of mine over at CNBC who were kind enough to put us on there, and we've been on ever since. And we've really called the job market really 5 out of 6 months in terms of overall direction. It helped us initially go after the healthcare space, the mortgage space. Again, something that we never would have gone after. The recruiters told us, hey, guess what? Mortgage is going to be a hot space. We went after that space, and now we're seeing incredible results in the mortgage space, incredible results in the healthcare space. We called last month the growth of remote workers, that all of a sudden now the companies that were shifting towards remote workers were recovering faster. What do you know? We started really focusing on remote opportunities and really delving into that. So it's been really incredible to get invited month after month. I don't know what any other company of our size that gets invited back prime time, usually in the 1 o'clock hour on CNBC right before the jobs report. And I get tons of texts and messages. I don't know if it's done as much for lead generation as it's done for exposure, but it's pretty incredible to watch.
You launched a new video screening platform in the third quarter. What has the initial response been like from customers?
So fantastic. Our video product really does a few things. And let's first talk about its value and then the value to the business. The phone screen, the traditional phone screen that takes place between a hiring manager and a candidate is going to change. It's all moving to video. Zoom and Microsoft Teams are not set up for recording really well, nor annotating, nor moving them around, and that sort of model there. We're actually plugging into Zoom in about 45 days with our product. And our product really allows candidates to submit their videos, answer questions, do a 3-minute video. That gets shared across hiring managers and their team for them to annotate, move people along the overall hiring process. This is how phone screening is going to be done. If the conference call has changed to a video conference call, then the phone screen is going to change to a video screen. And who better to do that than us? We're set off to build the largest library of video candidates now across all different segments to really help recruit talent faster. I'll tell you something interesting. We're using it for our own projects, and we're seeing a 5 times improvement in terms of from candidate identification to hiring just through this tool. No scheduling, nothing. Imagine, Craig, as opposed to getting you on the phone and saying, look, I've got 10 people for your interview. What's your Tuesday 9:30 like? Oh, not good. This person's not good at 3 o'clock. Or how about 3:45? That whole scheduling thing, instead it's, hey, Craig, go to the portal, go check out these videos. And you can actually video screen 10 people probably inside of half an hour, as opposed to spending 5 hours on the phone doing it to be very sensitive and very appropriate. You can do these all in really 2 to 3 minutes per video very, very quickly. The uptake has been incredible. No one's telling us no. We have no startup fee. It's all SaaS, so it's a monthly fee after an initial trial. We have a very, very low entry point. Our recruiters are liking it. They're going to start using it for their own candidates. It's going to have a tremendous impact on the industry itself. And we are the first public company that has a video screening tool. So there are a few companies out there that have video screening tools, and we are the first ones out there in the public space.
Talk to us about some of the key players on your management team.
Myself, I've been in the disruptive space for probably something like 30 years now. So I've been through a number of startups, acquisitions, M&As, spin-outs, et cetera. The 2 co-founders of the company are still part of the company. Miles Jennings, savvy marketing wizard, really built behind the scenes at Recruiter.com is an incredible marketing engine. We're generating organically, that means free, around $5 million in traffic a month to our website. That means that if someone else wanted to generate the traffic that we're generating, candidate traffic, recruiter traffic, and employer traffic, they would have to spend $5 million to drive that traffic. In fact, if you Googled video interviewing platform, we were actually number 2 in Google before we even launched the actual product itself. We put out 4 articles a day. We have tons of partnerships, and that's really all on the backs of Miles Jennings. You got Ashley Sadul, the other co-founder, our technical CTO, really creating an incredible platform, integrating in with AI. We have our next-gen platform rolling out this month with integration in with ADP's marketplace. Really fantastic to watch. Rick Roberts, industry veteran in the recruiting and staffing space, knows everybody in the actual space itself and been around for quite some time, knowing the ins and outs of recruiting. And we kind of look at the platform that we've built as a tool to help Rick grow his business on the managed services side. And Judy Crandall, who joined as our CFO this past June, again, having worked not just as a CFO as a public company, but actually on the fund side, managing funds and the small cap side. So just an incredible addition to our overall team. We also welcomed the new board member, Deborah Leff. Deborah just retired from being the CTO of IBM's AI group. So again, great addition to the overall team itself.
To recap, Evan, what is the main takeaway for investors? Why should they own your stock today?
So I'll give you the skinny. The skinny of it is, now is the time for Recruiter.com. We are at the epicenter of the great rehire, walking into a disruptive opportunity to disrupt this $120 billion recruiting and staffing space. Tying this all together, we have successful customer deployments with Coca-Cola, Match.com, and others that really validate the business model that we've created. We have a fully built out platform, incredible brand recognition with $1 million traffic of free web traffic. We have an incredibly attractive stock pricing. We're riding this wave of gig. the gig economy as things start to shift around from full-time employment to gig employment. And really, with this COVID-19, we are part of that restart story. If Peloton and Zoom were part of the shutdown story, we, Recruiter.com, are part of the reopening story.
It's an exciting story, Evan. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks so much for having me.